Hi children, welcome to social science class. Last class we studied about the Indian national movement, the period from 1919 to 1947, and we studied about the role of Mahatma Gandhi in freedom movement, and we studied which are the important movement led by Gandhi. Today we are going to study the last topic of this chapter, Mountbatten Plan and Indian Independence Act of 1947. First we are going to study about Mountbatten Plan. Mountbatten Plan, year we have to know 1947. Year 1947. On 20th February 1947, Prime Minister Attlee announced in the House of Commons the definite intention of British government to transfer the power to the responsive Indian hands by a date not later than June 1948. So on 20th February 1947, who was the Prime Minister of Britain that time? Prime Minister Attlee. He announced in the House of Commons the definite intention of British government to transfer the power to the respective Indian hands, transferring our India's power to the respective Indian hands by the date not later than June 1948. To effect the transfer of power, Attlee decided to send Lord Mountbatten as the Viceroy of India. So, to transferring the power of India, to make it effect, what he did, he decided to send Lord Mountbatten as the Viceroy of India. Okay, so who was sent as the Viceroy of India? Lord Mountbatten, and he became the Viceroy of India on 24th March 1947. 24th March 1947, Lord Mountbatten, he became the Viceroy of India. So we already learned the partition of India, what are the reason for the partition of India, we already learned. Under the guidance of Muslim League, Muhammad Ali Jinnah demanded separate electorate for Muslims. After this demand changed and it led to, they demanded separate nation. It led to the formation of Pakistan, that already we learned. Anyway, what happened when the Mountbatten became the Viceroy of India, the partition of India and the creation of Pakistan, it appeared inevitable to him. Okay, it appeared inevitable to him, and after that, after an extensive consultation, Lord Mountbatten put forth the plan of partition of India on 3rd June 1947. So when the date I am told, Mountbatten put forth the plan of partition of India on 3rd June 1947, and the Congress and the Muslim League ultimately approved the Mountbatten plan. So these are the main point you want to know about Mountbatten plan. So here ma'am already told you 1947, 20th February 1947, Prime Minister Attlee announced in the House of Commons to the definite intention of the British government to transfer the power to the responsive Indian hands by a date not later than June 1948. To effect the transfer of power, Attlee decided to send Lord Mountbatten as the Viceroy of India, and he became the Viceroy of India on 24th March 1947. After that, when he became the Viceroy, I already told you the partition of India and the creation of Pakistan, it appeared inevitable to him. After that, an extensive consultation, Lord Mountbatten put forwarded the plan of partition of India on 3rd June 1947, and the Congress and the Muslim League ultimately approved the Mountbatten plan. So these are the main point you want to know about Mountbatten plan. Okay. Our next topic is about Indian Independence Act of 1947. The British government accorded formal approval to the Mountbatten Plan by enacting the Indian Independence Act on 18th July 1947. So when the Indian Independence Act was enacted by the British government, 18th July 1947. So the British government accorded formal approval to the Mountbatten Plan by enacting the Indian Independence Act on 18th July 1947. Now we will look what are the important provisions for the Indian Independence Act of 1947. As per the Indian Independence Act of 1947, the partition of the country into India and Pakistan would come into effect from 15th August 1947. So the partition of India and Pakistan, it would come into effect from 15th August 1947. That is the first provision. Second one, the British government would transfer all the powers to these two dominions. So the British government will transfer the power into whom? These two dominions. Okay, Pakistan and India. They will transfer the power. British government would transfer the power into these two dominions, India and Pakistan. Next provision was a boundary commission would demarcate the boundaries of the provinces of the Punjab and Bengal. So what is the next point? A boundary commission would demarcate the boundaries of the provinces of Punjab and Bengal. Next provision was the act provided for the transfer of power to the Constituent Assembly of the two dominions, which will have full authority to frame their respective constitution. So the both dominion, both India and Pakistan, they both countries have separate Constituent Assembly. Okay, separate Constituent Assembly to frame their respective constitution. So the country India and Pakistan, both countries have separate Constituent Assembly. This separate Constituent Assembly will frame the constitution for both countries. So these are the provisions given as per the Indian Independence Act of 1947. A Radcliffe Boundary Commission drew the boundary line separating India and Pakistan. So now you know which is the boundary that separates India and Pakistan. Radcliffe. Okay, Radcliffe Boundary Commission drew the boundary line separating India and Pakistan. On 15th August 1947, India and 14th August 1947, Pakistan, both two countries became independent. Okay, both became independent states. On 15th August 1947, India and 14th August 1947, Pakistan, both became independent states. Okay, and after that what happened? Lord Mountbatten, he became the first Governor General of independent India. So who became the first Governor General of independent India? Lord Mountbatten. Lord Mountbatten was made the first Governor General of independent India, and Muhammad Ali Jinnah became the first Governor General of Pakistan. Muhammad Ali Jinnah became the first Governor General of Pakistan. And we already know 15th August 1947 India became independent, and Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister. Okay, he became the first Prime Minister of independent India, and he continued his term till 1964. He continued his term till 1964. These are the main points we want to know about the next topic, Indian Independence Act of 1947. Okay, so this chapter we studied many movement and Gandhi's, mainly we studied about Gandhi's role in freedom movement. Now everybody take your textbook for doing textual exercise. So page number 109, choose the correct answer. The Keda Satyagraha was launched by Gandhi in support of dash. Option: indigo planters, industrial labor, farmers, mill workers. Correct option: farmers. Second question, the Chauri Chaura incident took place in the year. Correct option: 1922. Third one, the Muslims in India were upset over the British attitude against Turkey and launched the dash. Khilafat movement. Fourth one, the Simon Commission was set up to review the Nehru Report, Pune Pact, Government of India Act of 1919, Round Table Conference. Correct answer: Government of India Act of 1919. Next question, Gandhi called the dash a post-dated check. Cabinet Mission, Cripps Mission, Rowlatt Act, Simon Commission. So the correct answer: Cripps Mission. Gandhi called Cripps Mission as a post-dated check. Then next section B, fill in the blanks. First question, the Rowlatt Act was passed in the year 1919. Next question, the Purna Swaraj resolution was passed at Lahore session of Indian National Congress in 1929. Next one, the communal award was announced by the British Prime Minister Dash, Ramsay MacDonald. Next one, Lord Linlithgow expanded his executive council by including 5 more Indians. Next one, the Government of India Act of 1935 gave to the people of India the system of direct election. Next C section, we can match the following. Okay, in first column many events are given or many incidents are given, and second column years are given. Okay, so first one, Jallianwala Bagh massacre. When that Jallianwala Bagh massacre happened? 1919. Second one, Swaraj Party. Swaraj Party was formed in 1923. Okay, who formed Swaraj Party? C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru. Third one, Dandi March. When did Dandi March happen? 1930. Next one, Pune Pact. Pune Pact was signed between Gandhiji and Ambedkar in the year 1932. Next one, Gandhi-Irwin Pact. Gandhiji and Irwin signed a pact in the year 1931. So these are the main textual questions. This you can write in your textbook itself. Okay, and next you have to do 2 textual questions from D section. Fifth question, examine the provisions of the Indian Independence Act. Okay, so that question you have to write in your notebook. Then E section, answer the questions in detail. Estimate the role of Mahatma Gandhi in the Indian freedom struggle. So many events we studied about Mahatma Gandhi. All together you can write. Okay, so these are the 2 important homework. Okay, you have to write. Now we will discuss about some important years. Okay. I will write all the important years and tell the events. Okay, so try to write in your notebook. So first year 1915, that already you know what is the significance of 1915. Gandhiji reached India. Okay, from South Africa Gandhiji reached India. Then 1917 Champaran Satyagraha and Kheda Satyagraha. First 2 movements started by Gandhi. Okay, 1918 Ahmedabad mill strike. Okay, 1919 that you know famous Rowlatt Act and Jallianwala Bagh massacre. 1920-21 Khilafat movement and non-cooperation movement. movement. 1922 Chauri Chaura incident. 1923 Swaraj Party formed. 1923 Swaraj Party formed by C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru. 1928 Simon Commission. 1929 Purna Swaraj. Okay, Purna Swaraj from the Lahore session of Indian National Congress. Purna Swaraj was declared by Jawaharlal Nehru. 1929. 1930 you know mass movement started by Gandhi, civil disobedience movement or the famous Dandi March. 1930. 1930, 31, 32 first round table conference, second round table conference and third round table conference. 1930, 31, 32. Okay, next important year 1942. Okay, 1942 Cripps Mission. 1942 Cripps Mission and Quit India movement, the famous movement started by Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, Cripps Mission, and after the failure of Cripps Mission, Gandhiji passed the Quit India resolution. 1942. Okay, next one 1946 Cabinet Mission. 1946 cabinet mission. Okay, next one, 1947 Mountbatten Plan and Indian Independence Act. 1947 Mountbatten Plan and Indian Independence Act. Okay, that these are the main years related with our freedom movement. And in 1950, you know, India became republic. Okay, India became republic. So these are the main years you want to know in this chapter. Okay, so all these years write. Okay, like a timeline, make it these years, and in the opposite side write the main events. Okay, so I think children, you got an idea about this chapter. We will meet in the next class.